Are you not nature? At least, aren't you part of nature? The birds outside flying around, the water in the streams, the cows in the field, the whatever, the people in the houses. Are we not part of nature? How are we not? You know, we put up walls on the outside of our houses and buildings, and really it's still right outside those walls is grass and trees and fields and maybe cement and roadways, but guess what? Those roadways are still paths we put through the grass in the field on top of the ground, and we are just breathing the air and walking in the sunlight, seeing the rain and snow. We are all exactly a piece of nature. We just think so big of ourselves because we had some ideas, and guess what? Most of our ideas are silly. We're doing a lot of things that mean nothing. In fact, everything you do doesn't have to be done. You would say, oh, we got to have reform in government. At one time we didn't. Why would we? We don't need it at all. We should only have things that are helping us. And if they're not helping us all and only helping a certain few, then we shouldn't be listening to it. Maybe they have good points, but if they're not concentrating on all, then we have to think a little deeper about it. Whether you agree with them and think of yourselves as one of the ones who's doing the right thing, guess what? You're not doing the right thing if you're not including others. And it's really hard to get into that whole mind frame because nothing is right or wrong. Just allow people to be. That's hard to do when you're brought up thinking like, well, this is supposed to be how it's done, and that's supposed to be how it's done. So everything that you do is nature. If you think you know what you're doing, that's because you were taught a whole bunch of stuff and you're doing what you were taught right. And if you don't know what you're doing, it's because nobody gave you exact rules or descriptions or instructions, and you're totally lost because you don't know exactly what to do because we're just nature. We're nature. We're trying to make it the best we can in this world that we're in. And for some reason, we're blaming each other and getting mad at each other for our lives not going well when it just can't all the time. You got to go through stuff. You got to learn and grow. That's it. You are nature. So start loving people for who they are. They're the same thing as you, just from a different spot with different experiences.